You know that our attention spans are quite tiny these days. We are wanting it fast, quick, right now. So it's important that when you start your video that you're getting your message across immediately, so we don't waste any time. So think about this video as your elevator pitch with heart. And the elevator pitch first started back in Hollywood when screenwriters would ambush directors in elevators and want to get their script across really quickly. And the elevator pitch I've always disliked because A, I've never been in an elevator with someone and had to tell them what I do in 30 seconds or less. But you do want to learn how to communicate what you do in that time frame and up to a minute. That's kind of the amount of time that we want to get our message across. We don't have a lot of time and we need to get across what we need to say quickly and concisely. So we're going to help you with that right now. When structuring your video, if it makes it a little bit easier, it's like an inverted triangle. So how the journalists do it is they take the most important stuff that needs to be said first, and then it filters into the least important. And now the most important thing you've got to say is your core value. This isn't just a hook, it is a statement about what you believe to be true in the world. So the thing is there are a lot of people out there that do what you do, but they do not share the same core value. All of that is unique to you, unique to all of us. So we're gonna go in and figure out what your core value is so that we can share that first and foremost when we start making your video. So my core value is that I truly think that everybody has a voice and they are meant to be heard, and that you can put yourself out there and not feel bad about it and not feel shame about sharing your message. You know, your message might not connect to everyone, but it will connect to someone. And most importantly, you get to share your life purpose, your meaning, your passion to the world. And what could be better than that? What could be better than living in your truth? So this is the fun part. We're heading into homework time. And I know that none of us really like to take homework home with us, but this is the only time we're gonna get to do this. And you are going to have a video that you love and you're passionate for and you admire because you're awesome and you deserve to have one. So the first thing we need to do is clarify that message. And the first thing we're gonna find out is that core of you. Now, here we go. We're gonna sit with this. I got all day, so I will wait. The first question is, and you're gonna ask yourself this, you've got a notepad there, you've got our workbook. It is what you believe to be true for you and how do you make that happen in the world? So I've always known that my core value was to inspire people to do something they'd never done before, but it took me so long to make that into a concise message of wanting to help people share their message on video. I mean, that is direct. That is like what I'm born to do. I'm here to help you share your unique message, your brilliance, your passion, your power on this lens, this camera. It's nutty, but you can do it. I know you can. And it's gonna feel so amazing once you get your message out there. When I was able to start acting on my core value, it is amazing what opened up for me. I mean, I now own a video company and I get to work with entrepreneurs all over the Lower Mainland where we live and abroad. It is so amazing and fulfilling to be able to help others share their message on camera. I get so jazzed being on the other side and watching other people do this. It's not as easy as this might look. It's very, very difficult because this is very daunting, right? Having this camera looking at you, wanting you to perform and be yourself. And are you kidding me? It's very, very difficult. So I'm so excited that I'm here to help you with this. And when I got really clear that my core value and my message was that I want to help others like you communicate and clarify your message on camera and feel confident and at ease doing it, it was like, bam, I just all of a sudden attracted all of those people to me that needed that service. And it's so cool because we work with so many entrepreneurs, so many small business owners, and we get to tell so many amazing stories. And every time we do, I'm not doing it with people that are comfortable, hardly ever. That might happen like 1% of the time. Do we get people on the other side of the camera that nail it, know what they're gonna say, or just feel comfortable? 98% do not like the process. You might be in that category and we're excited to help you through this. And when I got clear that that was my core value, everything just started to flow. Now, once you've got your core belief down, that's awesome because that is literally the glue or the real essence of what you're going to talk about. Now, the second part, and make sure you do your work because you need to write that stuff down. Like, you need to know that. You need to know what your core value is. I know you can find it out, so I'm glad you did. Now, the second thing you're gonna want to write about is your unique gift, your talent, that thing that only you have. And we all have it, and it's in you, and you know what it is. And don't try and muck yourself about trying to tell me that you don't have anything, because you do. I'll tell you right now, my gift is that I'm funny, and I'm fun, and I'm light, and I'm silly. I'm very silly, and I want people to be themselves. I honestly, authentically want people to be their authentic self. So when everyone's like that around me, I just feel like, oh, like the best ever, right? So my gift is that I have an ability to bring that out in people, and no job title can describe that. So anybody can do what you do, what I do. Anyone can do the actual job, but what makes us brilliant is that gift that we bring. So go to that homework, write that down. I got all day, I will wait for you. So the first question you're gonna ask yourself is, who do you help? What do you help them with? And what do you empower them to do? So we've helped you discover your core values, and that is what you believe to be true. And then the second thing was your gift, that unique talent that you have, and you have one, so I'm sure you have it down there on your piece of paper. And now we're gonna come to the heart of your business. And this is really the why behind why you do what you do and why you've dedicated your life to this. Now, in the homework, I really do need you to go deep on this one, because your why just sometimes doesn't just come to you. It's something that you really need to think about and sit with. I know for me, I've been playing around a little bit with my why is, and why it was so important for me to be in front of a camera, and why I liked this whole process. And it came to me once, actually, when I wasn't really thinking, it just sort of popped into my brain. And I have this video of me at 3 years old, and my father had rented a video camera, and he had me doing some poses and like trying to work the camera, and I felt like that time was the only time he ever saw me. And so there's something in me that feels like being in front of the camera or anything like that is like where I get attention or where I get to be seen. And so it makes me feel like valuable, or I don't know, it makes me feel like I can be connecting to someone. So you need to go back and you need to think about why you've decided to do this. What is it, that personal story that only you have? That story is yours, and you own that story. And the more vulnerable you are is how you can create connection with the other person on the other side of the lens. So by you sharing that story about why you're doing what you're doing, that's how another person, another human being is going to be able to connect with you. And by sharing your vulnerability with them is how you're going to move them. That's how you're going to evoke emotion. That's how you're going to find out who wants to follow you and who doesn't. And it's okay that not everybody wants to be your fan or wants to hear what you have to say. But there is going to be one person that is going to be affected by what you're saying and what you're doing, and you're going to change their life. So why would you deprive somebody of that? Why would you deprive yourself of that? You have a message, you have a why, and you have a gift. And those three things together, explained properly on video, can really open up your world. Okay, so we've got your core values, we've got your unique gifts, we've got your why, that's your heart. And now we're gonna get that unique thing that you bring to the job that nobody else does. Now, the only way you're gonna find that out is by asking clients what they get out of you. What's the jazz, what's the hype, what's that thing, that testimonial thing that they like to say about you that makes you you, and why they refer you. So the best thing to do is see the questions that we've provided there, send those off to one of your clients, and just ask them if they have a second to maybe just fill those out and get those answers back. And there, right there, is that thing that you got to own. You got to own that. That is yours. That is what you bring. Ooh, ooh, right? Like, come on, that's amazing. That's you, right? So when we did it, the thing I would get back is that I'm a bit of a cheerleader. I really make my clients feel super good and super jazzed about what they're saying and what they're doing when they're on camera, and they feel like total goofballs. They're just kind of sitting here talking, and I'm like, you're amazing. Oh my God, you totally this, right? And everyone's like, oh, I am someone, like, oh, I am good at this. And it just bumps their confidence up. And that's what I do for people. I also do that in public as well. So you need to find out what that unique selling feature, if you will, is in your business and what you bring that's different than anybody else. Whatever that is that made that experience with you unique, that's the thing you got to own. I don't know how you own cookies though, those would probably be gone. Now lastly, in your video structure, and this is super duper important and most uncomfortable for some, is the invitation. So what you want to say at the end is either the words, I invite you to follow me on my Facebook page, or I encourage you to visit my website to learn more, or call me for a consultation, or I would love to learn more about you, so please sign up for my newsletter so I can send you something. Whatever that is, the invite is to deepen the relationship, and it's to get them into your sales funnel so that you can kind of keep them working through your process and your system and getting more videos from you and. So make sure that you don't forget that invitation, or as others like to say, the call to action. But I'm trying to make this sound just a little less salesy because it is the heart of your business video. It is that video that is all about you and why you do what you do. Now that you've got the outline of what you want to say for your video, congratulations, that is amazing. There's a few ways you can do this. You can read it over and over and over again, and then you're going to rip it up, make some point forms, and go for it live. Or what I like to do is write it out, and then have it sort of by me that I can take glances at of the points that I'm really wanting to nail in and power home. So I find that it comes off way more authentically when you're not scripted. So you know what you're going to say, but you're not holding yourself accountable to those exact words, because those words might not flow out of you when you're in the moment like this. So please know that that is okay to do, and I encourage you to say it like it is, how it comes out, but remember, we got to keep it short. So you're going to aim for that 60 seconds. So this has been week 1. You have a whole week to get this message clear and concise, and I know you can do this. I need you to be bold, I need you to be brave, I need you to forget freaky fear and tell it to go somewhere else, because you're busy getting your message out there, and you're gonna do this because I need to hear it. I want to hear your message. So do it for me, if not yourself and all the other people out there that want to know you. So get down there, get writing, talk to your clients, and get your wording down. If you need any help, come onto our Facebook page, and I'd love to coach you with some things if you're having some problems doing it. But for the most part, I know you got this. And I'm Adara, and I dare you to speak your truth.